When you're driving at night, do you feel safe?
I'll be completely honest with you, I don't.
Oh my God!
Unfortunately, the good thing.
2 days before an attempted hijacking on Miss South Africa 2017, Demi-Leigh Nel Peters, the beauty queen attended a defensive driving course which focused on gaining anti-hijacking skills. The beauty queen was part of the Nissan Drive Miss South Africa campaign, which focused on defensive driving. Nel Peters spoke about how she felt unsafe driving at night in South Africa.
I'll be completely honest with you, I don't. I always ask somebody to go with me. I'll always let my parents know, I'm leaving my house now, I've arrived safely, and not necessarily that I'm scared of an accident or a crash, but of being hijacked, or especially when you hear a lot of these things in the news, which is very unfortunate. But I do think if you choose your routes wisely, and you take precaution, something like that shouldn't really happen.
On Wednesday, Nel survived an attempted hijacking outside the Hyde Park shopping centre in Johannesburg. The criminals fled with her belongings. Watch Nel Peters take part in an anti-hijacking exercise earlier this week.
Now, what we're going to go through is the best possible way to get out the vehicle if you've been hijacked. Right? Now, because our guest of honour is here, you are my volunteer. Oh. I know! Out of default, you just win it. I'll be gentle, I promise. Well, so you're going to jump in. Remember, you should be driving nice and easy. Generally, your seatbelt will be on, so jump in the seat. Put your seatbelt on for me. Right. Now, you can leave the handbrake up. We're obviously in first gear. Right. Now, let's assume that we've arrived at a traffic light. You've stopped there, right? You're waiting for the traffic light to change green. Your handbrake's up because remember you've listened to me in the lecture. So my handbrake's up. We're in gear. We're ready to move when it's appropriate, and we're waiting for the light to turn green. Right. Everything's fine, calm, great. Most of us would be where now? On our cell phones. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is the opportunity to now check messages and to start typing back, which is fantastic. Right? And the point is that we're just kind of distracted in that degree, but we think we're still aware and we're looking around, etc. And things unfortunately do happen, right? We get distracted. Okay, so once we've done that, seatbelts on, which is great. Remember, both hands on the wheel, waiting for the traffic.
Oh my God!
Unfortunately, the good thing. I'm so happy she died.
You should have worn that!
How does that feel? You had a suspicion I was doing something. Am I right? Yeah. I could see when I looked there to try and take your attention away, you were like, what's he up to? But you didn't expect that.
No. Okay,
and you were aware. Imagine if she was on her phone, looking somewhere else, and I'm not using a gun. I'm using a hand. What was the noise like?
No, it was horrible.
Intense. All the windows open. Windows are up. This is up, and he's hitting with the butt of the gun. Phenomenal sound coming through. And you look up and you just saw me, whereas imagine seeing a gun. Right. Now the good news is we get three things obviously in the human nature. It's fight, flight, or freeze. As you notice, I stepped back because I thought you might be a fighter and I don't want to get punched. I'm out. Just get out the car. But the good thing you did do was, you panicked. You didn't try and, that's why I don't want the car running because you might have driven off.
Yeah.
But you went like this, which is a good reaction. Because you kind of showed the hijacker, I've given up. Right? And you didn't try and lock the door quickly or something like that. Now remember, I kind of tried to preempt you and I said, let's close the door, seatbelt on, in hopes that you'd lock the door. And you forgot to lock the door. That's right.
But I knew you wanted to open the door.
You knew you wanted to open it. Right, if the door was obviously now locked, you'll see how I'll do the extraction. I'm going to do it slowly. There's a process we work through. And the first process is exactly what your reaction was, to put hands up. Okay. Because ultimately, I want to show the hijacker that I'm given up. Yeah. There's no threat. Right? So remember, as you were, seatbelt was on. Right, I've now got my foot on the brake, my clutch is in. I'm probably waiting with my handbrake down, waiting for the light to turn. As that noise comes in the window, It's going to grab my attention. I look, I see a gun. First thing I do is hands both go up. Remember, I'm doing it slow now. It'll obviously be a lot quicker if you practice. Hands go up. This left hand, I do that, and I put this hand under. So notice again, and there. I then roll the left hand down to where? The seatbelt clip. Clip off, handbrake up, neutral, and in this case I would unlock the door. Either you're unlocking in the center or you're unlocking on the console here. But notice left hand's doing everything. As I unlock the door, he's very nice. He opens the door for me. As the door opens, both hands, notice my feet. I don't go 1 foot out, because if I do that and he pulls, I'm off balance. And I don't want to land up on the floor. Right? So I swing both my legs out like that. Look where my hands are. Look at my body language. Instead of looking like this, I tuck in and I move to the back of the car, keeping it in contact. So I've done that. At this point, he's in and driven off.